we've lost our water, and we can't use it again. And it's been over 2 years since we've had it taken away the second time. We had it taken away in the beginning, and that was for a couple months or so until they put a filtration system in the house. We used the water for almost a year, and since October 27th of '09, we have been without our well water in the house. In the beginning, they did. When it first happened, I called them up, and they were out the next day. I don't know if I called them in the morning or that night. I think I called them that night, and they came the next day, and they said they'd bring a bunch of people. And they did. I mean, they did come, and they checked a lot of things out, and they did some things, purged the well and everything. We didn't want them to do that.
And they supplied us with water for over 2 years.
We had to rely on donations, grassroots organizations supplying water, Sierra Club, River Keepers, Frac Action, WaterDefense.org. A lot of different organizations got together, donated money so we could have water, and that's what they were hiring trucks to come in and bring us water, or else we wouldn't have had any water in the house. Well, they drilled down at least a mile down or so, and when they get to an aquifer, what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to seal it up with some kind of with casing, and then concrete around it so it can't interfere with the aquifer. Of course, you're going to have some stuff that goes into the aquifer like that, but that stuff usually clears up right away. But in our case, what happened with us was the casing collapsed, and all that gas migrated into the aquifer. And almost 3.5 years later, well, next week it'll be 3.5 years, and the water's still the same as it was 3.5 years ago. I mean, once you go that far, there's no turning back. And how do you clean up an aquifer? That's the big question. Really, no, we called them up, and and they took care of us, and they told us, one door opens, another one closes.
We thought we were the only ones, actually.
We didn't know.
Not thinking, there were more of us, than we.
Because we were just new to the area. We only lived here for like maybe 3-4 months before this happened, so we didn't, we didn't really
know our neighbors,
no,
right?
We didn't, and nobody came and told us. The only thing that we knew was when we got contaminated like that, they put a rollback truck right in the front yard with the big buffalo in the back of the truck, and that sat right out of the front door, right on the front yard. People were driving by and looking. That's how they found out about it. We didn't really, we just figured, why don't we just, let them do what they got to do, and we really didn't form any kind of allegiance with everybody to know what everybody was doing. We just did our own thing. We left, we stayed let them do everything that they wanted to do.
But we did eventually come together,
right.
And we are still together, and yes, we communicate daily,
right,
about what's going on, and
now we do, yes.
Yeah, and that's been really important, and I think that's a big thing. I think if we maybe would have come together,
sooner, yes, we should have. Why aren't we saying anything? We got to tell other people what's going on. Then we started opening up and telling everybody, and that's when the whole group of us got together on this whole thing. Yeah, we go out for dinner a lot, and we go to each other's houses and everything. But it's almost like we're the hub of the whole, process right here. Mm-hmm. Everybody comes to us. They call us all the time. They ask us questions. They come over here. When we have meetings, we have our meetings right here. I mean, we seem like we're the main, part of it. So probably because we took control, almost,
try to keep ourselves enlightened on the whole
Right.
the whole situation, what's going on, around us, other counties, other people who've been affected by the gas company. It's just not Dimock.
Right.
So we all try to come together.
We're not proud or anything like that. It's not that at all. I mean, we're just trying to be good neighbors to the other people, so they have somebody to lean on too, And we need people to lean on too, It's mutual, both, two-way street here.
So we'll call him up and say, hey, let's get together, and he gets everybody together. Whether we shoot everybody an email, and
Yep.
they can make it, they make it, and
Yep.
we just
And we got
I mean,
the thing that gets me the most is our neighbors that are fighting us. I mean, it's bad. I mean, it's real bad. Most of them are against us. they're fighting the wrong people. They should be fighting the gas company, not us. We're not the ones that caused the problems.
We didn't impose the moratorium
right,
as well.
right.
There is a 9-mile moratorium right here,
in Dimock.
3x3x3, and in that square, quite a few people have been affected. They can't drill or frack, and it's been over 2 years.
Well, no, next month.
2 years
Next
in
month it'll be
April.
2 years.
Okay.
We started going to different forums. People would call us up and say, "Hey, can you come here and talk about what happened to you?"
Township meetings, borough meetings.
That's how it did start, right?
Yeah.
We went to a
Yeah.
township meeting up in New York State, and the people heard us and they said, "Wow," and then word of mouth went to another person. Then this township wanted us. So then, I'm not kidding you. We put like 20,000 miles on the vehicle in 1 year just traveling these forums, and then now people call us all the time and wanting us to do forums. We've had, I'll bet, at least 15 different countries come here and do interviews for us.
And let me tell you, it helps because
yes, it does.
Binghamton got their moratorium.
Mm-hmm.
France got their moratorium, and I know there's other countries and other townships and boroughs that got their moratoriums. And it's not that we're saying, hey, don't let them drill. You make your own decision. You
right.
want to live like this.
Mm-hmm.
You want your water like this.
I tell people, whatever decision you make, you're gonna have to live with it. And once you go too far, there's no turning back. So think of your family first. Think about them first, and then think about the environment, what it's the air, the water, the trees, everything, the land.
And think about this. Take the money out of the equation.
Yeah.
There'd be more people sitting here at this table than there are.
It comes down to greed.
That's what it comes down to.
A lot of it's greed.
Yeah.
People want the money. That's why our neighbors are fighting us. They say they're doing their patriotic duty by trying to get us off of foreign dependence on oil. How is that going to help us when they're shipping the gas overseas? And I don't see all the cars on natural gas. That could take tens of years. Who knows how long it's going to take to do that?
We don't even have the infrastructure for natural gas.
No, we don't have it.
We have propane tanks. Elementaries, Gasland 2 will be out.
They'll be out in June.
Yeah.
Vanity Fair did one of the first interviews with us, and that was so big. When was that? Back in 2009.
60 Minutes has been here. Leslie Stahl. Michael Brune has been here. Bobby Kennedy Jr. has been here.
We need it. We definitely need that.
New York's been awesome.
Yeah, they've helped us out a lot.
Yeah.
They have.
Not only that, but they've been our main supporters here in Pennsylvania. I think that's pretty much a done deal as far as people. I don't know. We just don't have the support here. Our township supervisors aren't on our side. Mm-hmm. We have neighbors. We're surrounded by neighbors that aren't on our side. We feel. I don't know.
We feel like prisoners in our own house because we can't sell it.
Yeah.
We tried. We were going to move to Tennessee and we couldn't sell it.
Yeah, that's strange. We were. That's what we were thinking.
We went down there, had a job offer. We
love Tennessee.
Ready to go and come back, and I couldn't sell my house. So what do? We're a prisoner in our own home. And not at our fault. And then our neighbors blame us for bringing their property prices down. How is that our fault? We didn't do it. Speak up. You gotta speak up. We didn't say anything for a while, and then when we started speaking, and talking about it, there was for a while there. I was calling the DEP all the time, Pennsylvania DEP, all the time, trying to get something done here. I called the EPA, and informed them what was going on. I've called the FBI. I've called the Attorney General. You got to make those phone calls. You don't have to threaten them, but you're going to tell. You have to tell them. Something has to be done here, or we're going to call this or that, and that does help. You got to keep on calling like that. You really do.
The media, the media is your friend.
Media is a big help for us.
Not hiding over it. There's nothing to be afraid of. Something's wrong. You want it fixed. And you're going to need to make yourself known.
And the main thing is, tell the truth.
Yep.
Got to tell the truth, and that's what. They seem to have a lot of money. They can.
They're definitely supported by
something.
Bigger entities, and we don't have that.
It can't be just their own money that's supporting them.
No,
We know that, you know. There's a lot of organizations like that are bigger organizations that are funded by the gas industry that support them.
And they're well organized.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean,
and we're not.
They're
not,
smart, you know, and they got a lot of people. They have a lot of numbers.
Oh yeah,
a lot of numbers, you know.
So they have the money, they have the numbers,
Yeah.
And most of them are businesses. A lot of them are businesses.
Yeah.
So there's money right there.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that does help them out a lot because of that. But you know what? 3.5 years later, and they haven't broke us yet. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. Our neighbors a lot, and we go visit. Like there's an older couple down the road, and we go there just to visit them. You know, they're in their 70s.
we support them. I mean, that's basically it.
Yeah,
you
but,
know?
yeah, but we talk to them, and they say, thanks you guys for coming tonight, you know. And really, I mean, because they were really feeling down and everything like that. And then after we're done talking to them and everything like that, their spirits are lifted back up again.
We show them that there's, there's
help,
light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, we're going to get through this. We are. Yeah. You know, something's going to eventually come out of this.
We definitely support each other. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We all support each other.
Well, their support, their voice, they do fundraise, because we need the money. The water needs to be paid for somehow, and that's what they're all about. I mean, that's what this is about. It's about water. And they fundraise and they help us pay for the water. As a matter of fact, they pay for the water. And, not just water defense, but, you got Frac Action, Sierra Club. They've been very instrumental.
Sierra Club, absolutely. Stepped up way beyond the call of duty. They did.
Mayors of, other senators of other counties. And I mean, they've been amazing. Greg Ball,
senator from New York State.
Yeah, from Katona, New York. He's been awesome. Mayor Ryan from Binghamton stepped up to the plate and out of the goodness of his heart, through donations from the Sierra Club, has delivered us water all winter.
Yeah,
so
quite a few
it
times.
Wasn't for him, I don't know what we would have done.
I don't know what we would have done. It gets it out there.
It gets more people aware.
Yeah, it gets it out there because this person says it. Then this person tells somebody else, and it just keeps on spreading and spreading, and it really does. I mean, it gets pretty big. Like we'll have maybe somebody talks about having a rally, and then all of a sudden it gets on Facebook there, and they write about it, and then all of a sudden people are going to attend. Who's going to attend? Who's not? Before you know it, I mean, we got quite a big group.
Right.
Get the support. You definitely got to get the support from.
Reach out and ask for it.
Yes.
It's not going to come to you. We asked and put ourselves out there on the front line, and
it's not easy,
but it just doesn't come to you. You need to ask. You need to reach out and ask.
We're willing to take the flack from people, the ridicule, whatever. That doesn't bother us at all. We know because we know we're telling the truth and what we say. And the people, they appreciate that. They really do. So what they should do is don't be quiet. I mean, we know other places that are quiet and they won't say anything at all. You're not going to get any help that way too much. You just sit there, and that's like we did in the very beginning. Just did not say anything. That did not help. Once we started being vocal about the whole thing, keeping this thing on the front burner, getting it out there, that's what started really helping a lot. It opens up a lot of eyes. It really does.
It bothers me. What bothers me is we're Americans. We have a voice. Use it. Nobody's telling us to be quiet. And we're not gonna.
Except the DEP.
Well, gas company come in, big money comes in. They think they're gonna bully us. Not gonna happen. There's nothing to be afraid of. They took something away from us, and we want it back.
Yeah.
End of story.
Talk to us.
And I guarantee through all this, President Obama knows who we are.
Yeah, he knows.
Because Lisa Jackson finally listened up, and she's like, "Oh, there are people there in Dimock."
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course
they know who we are.
She answers to him, and I'm sure she had to run all this by him, and
before they did us,
so they know there's a problem here, and it needs to be fixed. That's it, So
you let it get cold, you're done.
Take it off. Take the pot off the burner. It cools off. So.
You can't do that. You got to keep it out there. Got to keep it out there. How they always say, squeaky wheel gets the grease, right?